Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jordan, and we are back in Skyrim. So I know in the last video I said we would go over to the Standing Stone here and then probably head into Whiterun to go and see Jarl Balgruuf and then sort of begin the Dragonborn quest line. But I decided against that. I thought we're out here in the frozen wastes above Dawnstar, and we're finding a few interesting things along the way. Thank you, Wolfie. So I thought, why don't we just keep it up? We'll just keep traveling around a bit, and eventually sort of... Oh, there's Mage's College. And just kind of continue on, just kind of do what we find interesting. Excuse me. One thing I did a quick... I realized in the last playthrough I spoke about how I wanted to platinum the game and that I haven't platinumed it, and so I realized afterwards one of the very many mistakes I made in the last video was that I didn't establish sort of where I was at with the trophies. So I think in total I've got around 50% of the trophies in Skyrim. Most of what I have left is just playing through the main storyline and the faction quests, basically. So the Mages Guild, oh sorry, not the Mages Guild, the Mages College, the Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild, and oh god, I can't think. There was another one. The Companions. And the Companions is good because it actually achieves two things. It obviously we take care of the companion quests, but we also become a werewolf throughout the Companions quest line. I probably should have said spoiler alert, but it's an almost 8-year-old game, so you know, I'm sure it's been established that the companions are actually werewolves. That, well, I should say the members of the inner circle are werewolves. So so there are trophies associated with getting all of the werewolf perks. So the companions, as well as taking care of all the companion related quests, will be able to also take care of the werewolf trophies. Quests? Did I say quests? Did I say companion quests? I meant companion trophies. Are you pissing off the hawkers, Fandor? Mate, we got other things to be doing. Yeah, so it's mostly those trophies and a couple of other trophies here and there. I think I've got the one where I need to have a bounty in all of the 9 holds. Oh, hello. I'll leave. Once again, guys, I'll give you a chance to read this one if you'd like. Knights of the Nine. Obviously, the Knights of the Nine aren't too in fashion with the white gold concordat. There we go. Oh, hello. Some nice stuff. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying before I walked up here. Okay, that's good. I believe I was saying that most of the quests... Oh, the 1,000 bounty in all 9 holds is easy when you're a werewolf. If you turn into a werewolf in a town, you get a very high bounty. So I'm kind of going to wait until I'm a werewolf for that one and just turn into a werewolf in all the towns and run off. It's strange that there was only the cave up there, right? Anyway, I'm gonna get to the Standing Stone here. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. I think we'll go around that way. Sorry, Fandor. So yeah, so I thought at the beginning of this video I should kind of make clear exactly what it is we need to be doing and what quests and what things, and also we have to do the Civil War stuff, and that sort of playing through the main quest line will take care of that stuff. The great thing about the Civil War related trophies, they ask you to join the Legion or the Stormcloaks. They ask you to capture a fort for the Legion or a fort for the Stormcloaks, so I don't have to play through both factions, which is fantastic, because to unlock the sort of equivalent Fallout 4 trophies where you get the sort of end game state for each faction, you actually had to do it for every faction. It didn't give you a choice to do it for, you know, the Minutemen or the Railroad. You had to do it for everyone, which was an enormous pain in the ass. But anyway, we're not talking about Fallout, we're talking about Skyrim, and I'm trying to get up on this bloody glacier. We've got a camp over here, and also... Whoa! Hello, buddy! And also... there it is. There's also a statue of Talos over there. So there are quite a few tough enemies up in this area. Obviously frost trolls are something we have to look out for. Now, by the way, last video I realized all that stuff with the shipwreck, I was completely wrong about whether it was one of the ships you visit for quests. Obviously it was none of those. And is this the Winter War? I'm probably going to get it totally wrong again. Let's have a look. Hello? What the hell? Pilgrim's Trench. Okay. Oh god. Don't drown. Pilgrim's Trench. I think we'll get a potion of water breathing before we tackle that one. That's interesting. I've never been to Pilgrim's Trench. Alrighty, let's continue on our way up the glacier. Let's visit this shrine to Talos first. And yeah, so the reason why I started getting onto why I needed particular trophies, the college over there reminded me that I need to join the Mages College and progress that storyline. In one of my earlier playthroughs on PS4, I actually progressed through a decent amount of the Mages College. I'm actually surprised I didn't unlock a few of those trophies, but obviously I didn't, or we wouldn't be here. So yeah, I toyed with the idea of logging in under a different account for my PlayStation and then doing every trophy. Hello, Talos. But then, you know, I don't know how long this series is going to go for. I don't know how much interest it's going to gather. I don't know whether to, you know, continue it as a regular thing. You know, if I did it every trophy from the start, it'd be 100 episodes, and I don't, you know, at this stage I don't think it's realistic that people are going to stand for 100 episodes. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the fact that I've got half the trophies. Oh, swing and a miss, swing and a hit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. There's a lot of interesting trophies. For instance, I've got most of the Dawn Guard ones. Dawn Guard, here we go, just a second. Once again, guys, I'll let you read this one. Most of the Dawn Guard ones I've gotten, with the exception of the Vampire Lord perk tree, and also killing a legendary dragon, which is another one that I'm surprised that I haven't actually popped. But having said that, I do remember facing one legendary dragon in my last playthrough and I got obliterated by him, so I'm gonna have a look up your pants, mate. So yeah, I'm not overly surprised by that. Orcish battle axe. Nah, I've already got one, I think. Alrighty, so let's see. The standing stone is over this way. I wish I could see it from here so I can pick which, there we go, over there. Beautiful. So yeah, I hope, I mean, I don't think anyone has actually watched my first video, which is, you know, not a huge surprise to me. I hope that if someone does come along and watch it, I hope you enjoy. I'm going to continue on regardless. I'm actually enjoying this, and when you're playing a game like Skyrim that I've played so much, it's nice to have something that sort of freshens it up a little. And the challenge of sort of playing through this from the perspective of having to explain it to an audience, you know, it just makes it a little more entertaining for me, I guess. Did I look up here? Nope, I did not. There's a note for Shelley. Shelley, your ship should have arrived weeks ago and I fear the worst has happened. I've set up camp on this rock as your ship should pass by here and hopefully one of these days we'll be together again. If you're reading this, I'm probably out hunting or bringing in some supplies. I'll be waiting here until I see your face again. Faithfully yours, Trius. Well, I don't think he's out hunting. Okay. That's a large sack you've got there, Trius. Okay. So, was that her ship? Was that Shelley's ship? Oh, God, I really want to go explore that, but I'm gonna have to wait on that one. Please remind me to come back to this. I really want to check that out. For now, let's continue on our way. I'm actually pretty excited to have to do the Dark Brotherhood quest again. I haven't done the Dark Brotherhood quest in Skyrim for a long time. Well, the Thieves Guild as well. I haven't done the Thieves Guild quest in quite a few playthroughs. My last few playthroughs have been playing as a very honourable character. So, oh yeah, I missed that ore vein that was down there. Anyway, we'll get this one and go back. Oh. Yeah, so it's going to be good. In addition to the entertainment quality of explaining all this for you guys and having that sort of freshen up the game, the fact that I'm going to be playing the game differently, playing a bit of a morally ambiguous character, also gives the game a bit of a fresh appeal. And also the fact that I'll have to play as a werewolf and a vampire, which I almost never do in Skyrim. I used to love playing as a vampire in Oblivion. I really enjoyed playing as a vampire in Oblivion and sort of stalking the Imperial City and sort of feeding on people and, you know, that sort of thing. I haven't done a lot of it in Skyrim. I think all the enjoyment that I could get out of being a vampire, I kind of got out of Oblivion. And being a werewolf, I haven't become a werewolf or played as a werewolf since being a werewolf has been fleshed out in Skyrim. The last time I played as a werewolf was way back when in the PS3 days, and I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was a little pointless. The tower. No. you know, I thought it was nowhere near as cool as I thought it would be, and it sort of ran out of its appeal very, very quickly. So I'm curious to see how it's changed. If you know, the fact that there is now a perk tree associated with it may give you more options as a werewolf. We'll see. It's something I have to do, so it's on the list. But yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to become a werewolf. It will happen naturally as part of the companions. So I'm not going to sort of rush ahead. I'll just sort of become a member of the companions when it feels natural, I guess is the best way of putting it. I'm not going to make it my first priority. It's around here, right? It was on the coast. I saw there was an ore vein when I was heading for the camp. There it is. So we got a couple of markers here. I think, oh, it's just iron. I'll do like last video, just kind of wander around and see what catches our fancy. Hopefully we'll get lucky again. I really enjoyed the Ingvild Barrow quest. It wasn't a barrow, it was a cave. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It's really interesting. Never played that quest before. Really enjoyed that. It was a quick little quest too, so it didn't wear out its welcome. There's a lot of Talos shrines around here. Silver, very good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't played Skyrim for a little while. Last time I played, I was playing on Xbox because I bought an Xbox, and to be honest, I mostly bought an Xbox because I was curious about the mods for Fallout and Skyrim. So the last time I played Skyrim was just, I was basically just screwing around with the mods on the Xbox version, and just seeing what was out there. There's some really good ones. And maybe one day, you know, depending on how this goes, I may, you know, do the Xbox equivalent. But I thought I'm much more. That's a nice sword. I'm much more interested in taking care of the. What the hell? That was weird. In taking care of the trophies, doing something that I've been meaning to do for a very long time, and then we'll worry about that. I've actually read this book a few times. Nice one. I don't know why I go quiet. I guess I'm giving you guys the chance to read. But yeah, I noticed that when I did the horrible job that I did editing the last video. I noticed that I go really quiet when I do this thing about letting you read the book. By the way, that editing job, let's address that. It is very choppy. It's a horrible editing job. Basically what happened is I had a lot of trouble getting the video to upload to YouTube. So I went through cutting the video, I don't even know, at least 5 or 6 times. I spent most of the night doing it. I got to bed, oh, there's the frozen mammoth. I got to bed around 3 o'clock in the morning, just putting the video together, waiting for it to render, and then it would say it's uploading to YouTube, and initially it would say, no, the video is too long, it's this and that. And just wasn't working, and then it got to a point where it would render for 40 minutes or whatever and upload, and then just vanish, just wouldn't turn up on YouTube whatsoever. So it took me a long time to kind of work around that, and then finally I gave up. I went to bed. I made the long cut of this with the idea of I'm just waiting for this to render and I'm going to bed. Anything special about that? I don't think there's anything special about. Ooh, dwarven arrows though. Oh, bloody hammer. Yeah, so I basically gave up and went to bed. And so, absolutely nothing special about that. That's nice. And I woke up. I won't bore you too much with the details, but basically I had to create a new YouTube account, which is why my name is now The Real Jordan when I was calling myself Jordan2980 at the start of the last video. So yeah, it's The Real Jordan now. But yeah, now it worked, so I'm happy with that. I was glad it worked. I considered pulling it back and editing it, but I went through such an ordeal with that bloody video that I don't care. It's up. That's fine. I'll make more of an effort on the next ones. Speaking of which, I'm going to quickly pause the video here, guys, just so I can make a nice little editable size chunk to piece together later on. So give me just a minute, guys. And we're back. Sorry guys, I took a quick swig of my iced coffee and ran out of breath, almost drowned. That would have been a noble end to my existence, drowning on a mouthful of iced coffee. Frostflow Lighthouse. It's really interesting, this area. I wish I had travelled around here more before. There's some... Well, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because this is all so new to me. I haven't spent much time up on these glaciers. My explorations of this area were mostly around the coastline, so I haven't spent a tremendous amount of time up on these glaciers. I know somebody who comes from a wintry climate is going to correct me on, you know, it's a mountain, or, you know, it's not technically a glacier. I'm sorry. I know how annoying that can be. Please forgive me. I come from Australia. The closest I get to snow is opening up the fridge. So look over here. So this will open up another area. So let's try. There were steps, right? Were there steps, or am I just insane? Oop. I really feel like it's a waste of a lockpick if you break it on a novice level lock. Okay. Healing potion, that's good. I'm still very low on those. I'll take the arrows. I'll never use them, but I'll take them. No steps, okay. So we gotta go into the lighthouse, that's fine. So something's going on here. Something interesting. Okay. Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying a little while ago, I may, you know, do a playthrough on the Xbox where there are some really nice mods. I don't know if I'll bother doing a modded playthrough for PlayStation, because the mods just aren't that exciting. So we've got 2 doors and something. Oh, it's a chorus. Find the source of the murders. What? Yeah. So, oh, please don't tell me this is going to turn into a former den. If there's one thing that annoys me... Oh, hello, another one. If there's one thing that annoys me about Skyrim, it's the bloody former dens that just go on forever and ever. And I'm a person who, I don't like to stop once I've started in areas, so I won't stop to quick save when I'm on my way through an area. And then the formers, you know, you go through one-shotting all these formers, and then you know, at the end of an hour-long trek through a part of their den, you'll get killed by a warmonger and have to do the whole bloody thing again. And it happens to me so often that I should have learnt to quick save, but quick saving is so alien to me when I'm in these areas. I really like this book. It's a beautiful book. By the way, I'm so much of a nerd for these books that one of my favorite mods on Xbox is one that changes the textures of the book covers and gives them these unique, really cool, fancy covers. Like it adds absolutely nothing, but I love it. It is such a cool mod. So, speaking of Fallout 4, which I have been doing, obviously I have Platinum Fallout 4, so I have been toying with the idea of doing a bit of a modded playthrough of Fallout 4. Because there are some really nice mods, there are amazing mods on the Xbox. I've opened that drawer up so many times. So many amazing mods on the Xbox version, but there's actually some nice ones on the PlayStation version as well. How many pages? Oh, okay, I'll read this. We finally did it. We bought the lighthouse. I thought Harbour? Is that Harbour or Habdi? Was just making idle promises all these years. What husband doesn't want to promise their wife the 2 moons from the sky? But I didn't think we'd actually manage to get it. Now if I could only find where we put everything. I can't find my favourite cooking pot, and it is slightly infuriating. Sudi and Mani seem unhappy, but they're still young and don't seem to understand that we just want to spend a few more years with them before they leave us to see the world. That was a long sentence. I know they think their father will live forever, but I see his age creeping into his eyes. He made me promise again that when he died I would put his bones in the lighthouse fire so we could look out over the ocean forever. Oh, those two get to me sometimes. I went to unpack some of our keepsakes from the trading ships we used to sail, but I can't find them. Suda keeps saying she's hearing something in the basement at night, and Mani suggested it was skeevers. They know I hate skeevers. Now I'm too scared to go down there at all. I'm glad I unpacked my favourite urn and put it safely on the mantle before those two started causing mischief. If they put a skeever in the basement, I swear. Okay, well it definitely wasn't a bloody skeever. What do we got over here? Resist cold, hunting brew mead, gloves, don't want a hat, don't want clothes. Take the doll. I am really heavy. I gotta offload some more stuff on Faendal. Adrian Daedra. Oh wow, okay. I'll actually read this one for you. Adra and Daedra. The designations of gods, demons, Adra and Daedra are universally confusing to the layman. They are often used interchangeably. Adra and Daedra are not relative terms. They are elvish and exact. Azura is a Daedra both in Skyrim and Morrowind. Adra is usually translated as ancestor, which is as close as Cyrodiilic can come to this elven concept. Daedra means roughly not our ancestors. This distinction was crucial to the Dunmer, whose fundamental split in ideology is represented in their mythical genealogy. Adra are associated with stasis. Daedra represent change. Adra created the mortal world and are bound to the earthbones. Daedra, who cannot change, have the power to change. Who cannot create, have the power to change. As part of the divine contract of creation, the Adra can be killed. Witness Lorcan and the Moons. The Protean Daedra, for whom the rules do not apply, can only be banished. Interesting. Trials of Saint Alessia. Probably could have read that one, but I kind of want to get on with business. Oh, I'm too heavy. Faendal. Where the bloody hell did Faendal go? Is he really... Has he not caught up since I was out on the glacier? Bloody hell, okay. Yeah, so I was kind of toying with the idea of doing a bit of a Fallout playthrough. I also wanted to do some 7 Days to Die. I'm just a bit annoyed at 7 Days to Die at the minute. I think there's been so many people playing 7 Days to Die, so I don't know. Fallout could be fun. I think the issue is that Fallout and Skyrim, obviously they're both made by Bethesda, so they're quite similar in content sometimes. You know, this kind of first-person exploration thing. But we'll see. I mean, I'm not promising it. I probably will upload something with Fallout at some point. Marnie's letter. Let's actually read this one. Sudi, I know you've been making up that stuff about the noises in the basement to try to get me to stay, but I'm only waiting till Father gets home so you and Mother are safe. You could always come meet up with me before I head back to Hammerfell. Take care of yourself, little sister, Marnie. Wow. Okay. So, Sudi's journal. I hate it here. Why did we have to move to Skyrim anyway? I miss the big port cities. There was always something to do and new people around. Or even being cabin girl on one of the ships we used to sail on would be better than this. Wow, that was well done. Marnie says we should run away, but I can't leave Mother and Father alone out here. Oh, what to do? We've been here for 2 months now and there is nothing to do. From the top of the lighthouse we can see all the way to the college at Winterhold, but Father says that magic is for Daedra worshippers. The only interesting thing to have happened lately is that Mother snapped at us at dinner and accused us of stealing things out of the cellar. I did hear scratching down there the other night, but I thought it was just Father cleaning fish. I caught Marnie in the cellar a couple of days ago going through some of the barrels and crates. At first I thought it was him all along making those scratches to play a trick on me, but I heard them again last night and Marnie was in bed. Father finally said he would go get some traps and poison from town in case it's skeevers. I'm really scared. It doesn't sound like skeevers to me. Marnie won't listen. He thinks I'm just making up the noises and keeps sneaking into the cellar. Oh, why is he so stupid sometimes? I don't know why he keeps going down there, but I found the cellar key he copied and hid it in Mother's favourite keepsake so he won't find it. The scratching is getting louder. Okay, so the key's in the urn. Ooh, flowers. Legend of Red Eagle, I'll let you guys read this. It's a nice story, actually. It's a very good story. And the Wolf Queen, I'll let you guys read this one too. So since this is kind of a rambling adventure, I don't really want to edit this stuff too much. I will edit the really painful stuff, but I kind of want to have you guys discover this stuff with me. So if this quest turns out to be a big loping journey through a former den, Mortal Blood, I think I'll cut this into a couple of episodes, which I think is fine, you know. It's promising to be an interesting one. Just like last episode, I really enjoyed that quest. What? Really? Come on. Okay. Carrying any armor that I don't want. Let's get rid of those. Shit. What about doubles of books? I carry so many books, surely I got some doubles. Yep. I could really do with Faendal showing up again right now. Okay, so... Oh, wow! Torchbug in a jar. That's weird that the ancestral urn for a Redguard is a Nordic burial urn. Oh, actually, this is good. This will take care of some of the crap we're carrying. My mistake. Beauty. Please tell me that saved us. We wound up about the same. Oh man, yeah, it's Fulmer. So axe, Ramadi. So it is Habdi. I have no idea how you would say that. After years of sailing from Hammerfell to Solstheim and back, Ramati and I have finally saved enough money to buy that old lighthouse we spotted on the coast, and we are moving in next month. These Nords really know how to live. It may be cold, but you can't beat the tranquility of the watching icebergs to live out your silver years. Ramati loves the place too, despite the occasional leaky ceiling. Marnie and Sudi, unfortunately, seem miserable here. I know the kids are old enough to strike out on their own, but I hope they'll grow to love the peace and quiet here as I have. Marnie and Sudi continue to bicker and harass each other, and they seem to have started in on their mother as well. Ramati keeps finding things missing from the cellar. Sudi said she heard a noise down there, but Marnie just thinks their mother is going mad from isolation. The very thought of it is ridiculous. She's always wanted to retire here. Sudi keeps saying that she hears scratching coming from the cellar at night. I think she's just trying to get her mother's goat, but I better head into town to get a few traps just in case it's skeevers. Should only take a couple of days. I just hope those two go easy on Ramati while I'm gone. Oh gods, why? I returned home to find my beautiful Ramati killed, and this horrible bug-like creature ransacking our home. I managed to kill the damn thing. I think it might be a Daedra. I've never seen anything like it. Oh gods, poor Ramati. It must have come out of the cellar. I'm going down there and locking the door behind me to make sure they don't escape. I don't know if I'll make it out, but I have to save my family. Habda. God damn it, Faendal, where are you? Salmon's meat. I'll take the steak. I'll take the salt pile. I'll take the potatoes. Did I check this cupboard? Nope. Okay. Oh, okay. Shit, that was quick. Okay, I'm getting there. Getting closer. That's way too far. Oh, shit, okay. Ah, come on. Oh, this is getting embarrassing. Come on. This is so annoying when you're right on the spot. Oh, come on, man. Really? That's way too far. Oh, really? Come on. By the way, one of my favorite mods on Xbox actually adds markers around the lock so you can see exactly where your pin was before it broke. There we go. Jesus. See, now if I was one of these egotistical YouTubers that likes to make themselves look great, I'd edit that whole thing out. But, you know what? Bugger it. Let's check up here and then we'll go down to the cellar.